Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Darren, and this is Darren's Corner. On Darren's Corner, we talk about food, lifestyle, and everything travel. Today, I'm going to be taking you along with me to the Greater Vancouver Zoo, and we're going to be exploring the different types of animals they have in the zoo. But before we go into this video, don't forget to like, to subscribe, and turn on your notifications. So let's go in. So once you get into the Greater Vancouver Zoo, which is not in Vancouver but on the outskirts of Vancouver, which is always usually called the Vancouver mainland, it's in a city called the Aldergrove. So we are here right now. So I'm just going to be walking in to get into the zoo. You can see a long lineup, and that is because folks are trying to pay so that they can go into the zoo. However, because I have a membership, I'm going to skip this queue and I'll be going in. And this is the general admission, so it pays really to have a membership. The annual membership fee is what is shown here, and it also comes with a lot of perks. You get 10% off the food within the zoo. You get 10% off at some other zoo, and it also allows you to even visit some other zoos in Canada. So it's really a great option if you have a large family. But if you don't have a large family, just go for the daily pass. And if you know you're not going to be visiting the zoo a lot of times in a year, then it might not be the best option for you. So that's it. We are inside, and when you come into the zoo, you would see there's a playground. There's a large sitting area, and the sitting area is really in front of their food store, and the name of the food store is Oasis. And the food store, they have different menus, just usually finger foods like pizza, fries, hot dog, things like that would be what you would get at that food store. And then you also have the playground. But let's just walk to the food place and see what meal options they have. And there's also a Starbucks by the side there, and this is their menu. See, like hamburger, chicken burger, things like that. It's affordable. I wouldn't say it's pricey, but it's just normal, food. Nothing special about it. It's just normal fast food type of meals you get here. And beside the Oasis kitchen, we do have like a discovery area, and this is it. The discovery area is like a mini museum where you find different historic facts about animals. So you could see the skulls of different types of animals. You can see their bones. You can see like the tusk of an elephant. Different things. Like this is like the skull of, I'm not sure if it's the rhino. Yeah, so this is the southern white rhino skull. So if you have kids that are really passionate about animals, or they would really want to learn more about animals, it's actually very educational as well, right? So your kids can come here and learn about different animals and the shapes of their skulls. So it's really a nice neat place to come with your kids for educational purposes, instead of them just sitting at home and playing away on their computers or laptops. This is an opportunity for you to get out of the house and come learn something new. Even as an adult, I learned a lot. I learned a lot from coming to the zoo. And of course, you can see some different types of snakes and here as well. And it's really a neat place to get to know about different animals. And this is also like the skin of I'm not sure if this is a tiger. I think it's a tiger, Siberian tiger. So this, or a cheetah, not sure. Maybe a cheetah. So that's the skin. And I really love this coat here. So unless someone cares a whole lot, nothing will be done. So it's really nice. And this is like different other things that are here. And this is the skull of a hippo. So it allows you to see the different skulls of different animals. And there's also a play center for kids, and there's like an instructor that would, teach them about different things. That's at the corner over there. So the zoo is actually very large. It's walkable, but the first time we came, we had to walk around. It wasn't bad, but to give your kids some other form of experience, you could take the tricycle, or you take this electronic car. The tricycle is the green one where you have to pedal, and that's a lot of walk. Unless you want to put in some exercise or you want to do some cardio, then you can go for that. But we are selecting this electric car, and it's $50 for 1 hour. It's pricey, but it's an experience for the kids. So we are in our model car and we are driving through the expanse of land within the zoo, and we're going to be seeing different animals now. So our first stop is to view the giraffe. So this is where the giraffe stays. It's a wet day today. So because of that, I think because of the temperature, sometimes the giraffes go in. But I'm going to get a view of what the giraffe, that's the giraffe. It's, majestic and tall. I really like that. So our next stop is the turtle, and it's housed in this house. You can see there are two of them in here. One is at that inner chamber, and you have the other one here. And yeah, it looks nice, kind of large. So they move very slowly, and the shell is very hard. Next, we're going to see the king of the jungle, and that is the lions. The one with the furry hair is the male, and the female is beside it. The zoo has about 4 lions, so you have 2 on this side, and you're going to see the other 2 at the other end of this cage. And so I didn't really want to go close to this cage, but the way it's built, hopefully it withstands a lot of pressure. I don't know, but they seemed so calm to me. I think they've just been domesticated, because I really didn't see them being very, fierce, or they were so calm for a lion. And these are the other 2. And I'm not sure exactly why one is licking the other's body. Probably helping them smoothing their skin. I really don't know what that is all about. If you have any details why one lion will be licking the other person, just drop me a message in the comment section. And I think they're both females, so it's not like they're trying to mate or anything like that. But just drop me a comment if you have an idea of what this is all about. And so those are the other 2, and they're all housed together. There was a particular time they were making a lot of growling noise, and I'm not sure what that means either. But I didn't capture that because the battery of my phone was dead, and I couldn't capture anything. Anyhow, so that's the lion, the king of the jungle, and you can see this close personal look. He was so calm. I don't know why there was a lot of fuse around here. Probably they're just used to seeing a lot of human beings. That's they don't think we are meat again. So we're gonna see some other animals around here, and this is the cheetah. You can see the scale really tells you whether they are endangered species, or maybe they are vulnerable species. That means they're going extinct, or we need to protect them. So it gives you like an indication of how valuable is it valuable, or how vulnerable they are in terms of the population. So fun fact, the cheetahs are the fastest animal on land, But you can see that this particular one is just walking majestically, not running at all. And I just wonder if, they've not been heavily sedated. I don't know why, but they just appear to calm for me, which is good because it's a zoo. You don't want them, attacking humans. There was actually a gist some time ago that one of the lions escaped from this zoo. And I don't know eventually what happened or when they found the lion, but there was one lion that escaped some time ago. So I had to keep some distance. I had to tell my kids, don't go too close to the barricade. And this is like the sheep, which is regular, but you also have some native species around the pond. So if you live in Alberta, you'd be used to having deers in your backyard. These are just deers. They're usually, I know in Alberta, they come out during the cold temperature in the winter. And they're beautiful animals. They don't really attack people. And we have one of the zookeepers feeding them. So I think I'm just going to allow you to see how they get fed. But that's one of them eating their food. And they do take, I think, hay. That's like dried grass is what they typically feed on. Some other animals here, so I'm just gonna allow you view them. Grizzly bears are actually very popular in BC, and sometimes they actually come into residential areas, which is very weird. But I've had situations whereby you find some bears in some people's homes rummaging through their garbage. So usually in those areas they will tell you not to put your garbage outside and that to walk around with friends and make a lot of noises. If you sight them, just back out and then make a lot of noises, which I find very strange. So it's kind of weird that you see more animals living with humans in the West than typically you would find in Africa, and it's always laughable when folks in the West think that you cohabitate with animals in Africa or in any other African country. So one of the reasons why my kids love to come here is because of this part of the zoo, and that's where you get to see lots of dinosaurs. If your kids are dinosaur fans, then you want to bring them here. And they have lots of different dinosaur species. I'm going to allow you to hear this. So if your kids are dinosaur fans and they love, Tyrannosaurus, all those types of Spinosaurus. I know that, see, when my kids were younger, they really loved, especially one of my kids, loved dinosaurs, was kind of fascinated with dinosaurs. So, he knew all their names and, was really in love with dinosaurs. And so this is really a nice opportunity for you to educate them more about the dinosaurs. And so we have different dinosaur species, and the eggs of the dinosaurs, the Spinosaurus, Tyrannosaurus, Ankylosaurus, different types of sauruses are in this place. So it was really a neat idea to put that here. Obviously, that dinosaurs are extinct. I know that somewhere in Alberta you can actually see the dinosaur bones, and I think I've been there before. But fortunately, I don't have pictures of that available. But if you are really big into dinosaurs and you want to visit that place in Alberta, I can't remember the name. If anyone remembers the name, please just drop it close in the comment section. This looks like a typical Niger cows. They also have the map of if you're trying to look for a particular animal and you don't know where that is located. So they have a map where you can see that. And these are the zebras. I love them also. They are lovely, fine animals with their stripes. So they had like a fire pit that folks can use to keep warm because it was kind of cold. And it also was an opportunity for kids to, roast their own marshmallows. And, there was this particular technique that the kids were taught on how to get the perfectly roasted marshmallows. Just don't put it directly on the fire, put it on the side and turn it as soon as it browns. And so it was really nice, and it was a nice experience for the kids after a little bit of walking. can see that it was kind of busy, even despite the snow and the cold. Folks were still out with their families to, visit the zoo. And I do think it was really a nice opportunity to come out and, come and bond with the family, because this was actually on Family Day, which was a statutory holiday or a bank holiday in Canada. And you can see the peacocks. Here, beautiful and elegant as usual. And I think we have about 4 of them just walking on the sides. And here we have the Siberian tiger, another, wild animal. But they're not wild at all this time around. They're all, mellow and probably tamed. Obviously, you don't want to try yourself and go very close or put your hand through the bars. That's not something you want to do. And I just wonder, sometimes, can't a child put their finger through there? I don't know. I think the barricade should be, more closed up. But I guess you won't be able to see anyway. But yeah, anybody that should not just put their child close by that place. And that's the fun fact about it. So they're kind of endangered species. There are not a lot of them in the world. And that's what they mean by being endangered. And this is a zebra again, and this time around it's eating, also an herbivore, so they eat plants. And you can see the stripes. I don't know, God is just so great. I don't know, they're just lovely and beautiful. And I love how they have stripes and how the stripes are just black and white. So that's it, guys. I hope I've been able to motivate you today to get out of your houses with your kids and go out and visit a zoo today. It's lovely, it's nice, and it's educational for the kids. They'll get to learn a lot about the different animals we have in the world that they would naturally not see every day. I also think that it also helps them to learn about the different animals you have in different part of the country, and it helps them to broaden their horizon. And I would say that this particular zoo, we didn't really see a lot of animals that I would have loved to see. We didn't get to see a crocodile or to even visit or see like an elephant. An elephant would have been lovely to see, but we didn't see that. A lot of sea animals as well. We didn't get to see them. But I still think it was still worth it for us. It was a great family outing, and I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, make sure you drop me a comment and give me a thumbs up. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, and have a great day.